let's start in our chair today. So just perching on the edge of the chair, up nice and tall, so we're not slouching back into the chair. Feet and knees hip width apart, up tall, abdominal still engaged. So that zip from your pubic bone to your belly button still zipped up and engaged. Beautiful. And we'll just start with some roll downs through the spine. Big breath in. Exhale, leading with the head, shoulders, and really drawing those shoulders forward, taking your chest over your legs, hanging over your legs. Inhale. Exhale, drawing that tailbone towards the floor. And we're just rolling up through the spine. So we're really isolating through the spine, stabilizing the pelvis with these roll downs. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling through the spine. Spend a little bit of time here. Go that little bit further. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling up. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders forward. Chest forward. Relaxing the head. Inhale. Exhale. Rolling up. And then release. So we've got some nice flexion there. Let's take our hands behind the base of our skull now and elbows out wide. Some extension. So imagine you've got a high jump bar that is sitting just below your shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, we just lift the chest, taking those shoulder blades up and over that high jump bar, looking up to the ceiling, and inhale to restack the spine. So if you've got a light from your chest as well, imagine that's shining forward and then that light is lifting up to the ceiling. And inhale to release. Beautiful. So it's just an upper back isolation, extension, and exhale. And inhale. Doing really well, guys. We've got 3 more here. And release. And exhale. And release. And we've got 1 more. And release. Beautiful. Taking those hands now down to your hips. Getting our side bending happening now. So inhale, exhale, we take one shoulder down towards the floor. Feeling that stretch through the body. So really isolating the torso today. Pelvis can't really get involved. It's planted on that chair. Inhale and exhale over to the other side. Beautiful, that stretch. Now you can add an arm if you want to increase that stretch. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Lovely stretch. My spine is loving this. Needed this. A few more. And we've got 1 more. And release, hands back to your hips. And let's do some thoracic isolations. So inhale, exhale, we push the chest forward, so you're arching your lower back. And then we're going to imagine you're pushing your chest through to your back, rounding over the shoulders. And then we press that chest forward. And then rounding out the shoulders, sort of punching you in the chest and pushing that chest through to your upper back or to the wall behind me. And then lift. And then back. Let's do 2 more just like this. And release. And 1 more inhale. And exhale. Let's press that chest forward again. We're going to make circles with our chest now. So we press the chest forward and around to the left. We circle it back over to the other side and press the chest forward. So we're isolating through that rib cage. If you're stiff through the rib cage, this might feel a bit unusual, a bit new. So our pelvis can't move, which really exposes that stiffness through the spine. Let's do one more. Doing those circles, we come back to the front, we're going to reverse that circle. So we go to this other side, back around to the side, really press that chest forward and around. Good work, guys. Stick with it, we've got two more. One more circle. Finishing through to the front, and we'll just restack that spine back to neutral. Grabbing your cans or your weights. If you don't have any, that's fine. We can work without it. But let's start with just some knee lifts here, getting into our hip flexors. Trying to keep the pelvis nice and stable. Inhale, exhale. We just lift one foot up, getting that knee nice and high, drawing it towards your chest, and inhale, we place it down. Exhale, lift. Try not to tuck your pelvis as you lift the foot. We just want to keep that spine nice and lifted, just working through the hip flexors. And if it's available, you can add the opposite arm. So arm goes up over the head, one goes down with the foot, the opposite foot, and then we will lift, and then we take it down. And lift, and keep alternating. Now, if you have any shoulder issues, feel free to just take the arms directly forward, or just to a height that's comfortable for you, below shoulder height if that's more achievable or less aggravating. Work within your challenge zone, but also your comfort zone. We're not trying to take anything into pain. And we've got four more here. And 4. And 3. And 2. And one more. Beautiful. Placing that down. Nicely done. Let's, you have the option of keeping the weights or placing them down on the ground. We're going to do some sits to stands. I'm going to keep mine and just cross my arms over my chest. Feet and knees hip width apart or slightly wider if you need. Let's try and stand up without using our hands. You might lose my head in a second. I'll have to move my chair back. Inhale, exhale. Sitting up and sitting back down. Knees over toes. Keep going. Lift. And inhale to sit down. As you are, keep going. I'm going to move my chair back. Good work. And lift. And lower. Now, watching your knees here. Don't let your knees roll in like mine just did. I'm exaggerating for effect. And when you sit down, try not to let them roll in either. We're keeping them over the toes and nice and open. So that's going to get your hip muscles, the sides of your hips, it's going to keep them activated and working. And sitting down. If you want to challenge this a little bit more, don't take your bottom to the seat. So as you come down, you would hover just off the seat and coming back up to you. We've got 5 more. Keep breathing. And 4. Tummy's still engaged. And 3. 1. And 2. And 1. And coming back to sit on your chair, hopefully feeling those thighs and nice and warm now. You have the option to keep doing exactly what we were just doing, or if it's available, let's try a single leg. Perching yourself right on the edge. Single leg, inhale. Exhale, lift. That is much harder. You can rest your toe down. You can place your hands on your hips. Place them wherever you prefer. So one option is to keep one foot, the ball of one foot on the ground, and just to help you a little bit. So you're still favouring one side. Or to come up and just do whatever you need to with your hands. And coming back down. Two more here. If this is too strong on your knee, double leg. And back down. Also depends on the height of your chair as well. If it's a low chair, you've just worked pretty hard, so well done. So let's take it over to the other side. Okay, inhale, exhale, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. We've got two more. Stay strong. And lower. One more. And lowering back down. Beautiful. Good work. Let's place those weights on the ground out of the way. And we'll come up to standing. Standing behind your chair. So you can use the chair in front of you if you need a bit more support, or to the side. I'm going to move mine to the side just so you can see what I'm doing. Standing on 2 feet, let's start with double legs. So you might not need the chair to start with, it's up to you. Inhale, exhale, just lift up those heels, and inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Remember, you've got the chair there if you need it. Good work. Working on our long limb and even core stabilizers, but a lot of hip stabilization, working on our calves here as well. Balance. I'm going to do 2 more, with the last one staying up on your tippy toes. So let's hold that up, hold that there. If you need the chair, take it for a light fingertip touch. I'm going to take a little squat with those heels lifted. And lift. Well done. And lower. And lift. If that's too strong on your knees, lower the heels, completely fine. And up. And lower. And lift. 2 more. And lower. And lift. 1 more to hold that little squat or plie. I'm just going to pulse and pulse. Pulse, keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower those heels. Quick shake out if you need. We've just got some single leg squats and calf raises now. So let's start with the squat. Remember, the chair is there if you need it. You don't have to use it. Standing on one leg. We squat down. Watching that knee. It's not going inwards. Keep it over the toes. And lift. And lower. And lift. 4. Be careful you're not hitching your hip. Keeping those hips nice and square. 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it down, pulse it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Hold it there, straighten that knee. Once again, hold the chair. For this one, you may need to hold the chair, calf raises. So we lift it up and lower down. And 4. And 3. That leg might be getting tired. Good, almost there. And 2. And 1. And beautiful work. Shake it out. So we've just got the other side to do now with the single leg. So I'm going to switch my chair over. You may want to do the same if you've got it to the side of you. Standing now on the other leg. Let's just start with those single leg squats. So we take it down. And lift. And lower. Try to go as deep as you can, so you might even start to feel a tension or stretch in the back of your Achilles or calf. And lift. And look. 3 more here. And 3. And 2. 1 more to hold it down. And pulse. Pulse. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Straighten that leg. Stay on one leg. Calf raises. Inhale. Exhale, we lift. And inhale. Keep breathing for 4. And 3. And 2. And we've got 1 more. And lying down, we're done. Shake out those legs. Now, one more thing here in standing, still working on our balance before we come to the mat. If you've got that cushion, grab it now, but you don't have to use a cushion. Can be done without the cushion. We're just going to stand on one leg. So your option is to just stand, let go of the chair and balance. If that's a little bit too easy, grab that cushion, stand on the cushion, letting go, and let's balance here. Depending on how fat your cushion is, that's just going to challenge you a little bit more. Similar to a longboard. Just breathing, chest lifted, abdominals still engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Changing over to the other side. Find that balance, letting go of the chair, and breathe. It's nice and even, abdominals engaged, and breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, lowering down. Well done. Let's get that chair and cushion out of the way. So I'm going to pop mine over here and fold that up. Have your hand weights within reach just to the side of your mat. And let's start with some roll downs to come to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down through the spine. Whole body involved now, getting the hammies in a stretch, getting them involved. Inhale, soften the knees. Exhale, rolling up through the spine. Got 2 more. Keep going. Inhale, exhale, rolling forward. I'm going to come to the end of my mat. If you're not already, you might want to do that as well. Rolling down through the spine. Soften the knees. Inhale, exhale. Rolling up 1 more. Inhale. Turn over our legs here. Taking your left hand to your right ankle, straighten the right knee, and reaching the right arm up to the ceiling. So you've got one knee bent. The leg that you're not touching is bent. The leg that you're touching is straight, and looking up to your hand. Nice stretch, rotation through the spine and neck. Coming back through center over to the other side. So right hand to left knee straight, reaching the left arm up to the ceiling. Looking up to your hand. And back through center, softening your knees. Let's walk our hands forward to that downward dog pose. Pressing your heels to the floor, pressing your chest through to the floor. And lowering the knees down to the ground. Now, cat and cow. Stick with that theme of spinal mobility here. So inhale, we look up to the ceiling. Exhale to your belly button, separating those shoulder blades. And inhale. Take your time. Exhale. So 2 more here. And 1 more here. Look into your belly button. And then coming back to your center point position, that midpoint position, tummy drawn into your spine and not collapsing through your shoulder blades, balancing that cup of water on your upper back there, nice and firm and strong. Good after swimming. Now you've got the option to grab your hand weights if you want to. You don't have to. So I'll start without. So inhale, exhale, we extend opposite arm to leg. Inhale, draw it in. And exhale, other side. Just alternating. Keep going. But if you want to grab your hand weights, do. If you find that uncomfortable to hold your hand weights, or you've got a can, it'd be a bit hard to pressure through a can. So you might want to do one leg at a time, and that's fine. One arm at a time, one leg at a time. So that's another option. That's if you have the cans especially. Otherwise, alternating sides. Long through the back of the neck, tummy drawn in. We've got 4 more here, doing well, guys. Good. And 3. And 2. And 1. Coming back in. Let's just rock back to child's pose. Knees apart, bottom to your heels, pressing your chest through to the floor. And we'll put those weights off to the side. Coming onto your forearms and bringing those knees back together. So from here, tummy drawn into the spine, nice and firm, on your forearms. Inhale, exhale. Imagine you've got a cup of water on your lower back. So we don't want to tip that water off. Keep it nice and square. We just lift the knee to the side without lifting that hip, if that makes sense. Inhale, draw it in. So the knee might not get very high, and that's okay. That's it. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale to the side. Inhale in. Side. And 3. And 2. 1. And bring that knee in. We now extend that leg out long. Extend. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Extend. Draw it into the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. And 2. We've got 1 more to hold that leg straight. Flex the toes toward your face. And little circles with your heel up and around. Tummy still drawn in. Well done, guys. You're doing well. 3, 2, 1. Back the other way. Up and around. 3, 2, 1. Draw that knee in. Back to child's pose for a quick recovery. Doing really well. And we've just got that on the other side, and we'll come off our hands and knees. Coming back to the forearms. Tummy drawn in. We're going to take the other leg out to the side now without dropping your hip to the side. So exhale, lift to the side. Inhale. Still got that cup of water on your back, so try not to drop. Doing well, 4 more. And 4. And 3. Last one, draw that knee in, out to the back now, so extend it long. Out, inhale into the chest. Exhale long. Inhale. Exhale. Long through the back of the neck. And 4. And 3. And 2. One more to hold that leg out straight, flex the toes to your face, and we just circle up and around. For 3, 2, 1, back the other way. For 4, 3, 2, 1, knee in back to child's pose. Doing really well. Let's come on to our tummies now. So you can rest your forehead on your back of your palms. Tummy is lifted up away from the floor, so you're not just collapsing to the floor. You're really drawing that tummy into the spine. We lift one heel, or bend one knee, I should say. Inhale, exhale, we just lift that thigh off the floor up to the ceiling, and then inhale, place it down. Exhale. Inhale. Doing well. Exhale. Keeping both hip bones on the floor, so you're not lifting any hip or either of the hips off the floor. 3 more here. And 2. Got 1 more to hold that foot lifted. We pulse it up and pulse, pulse. Hopefully feeling a bit of warmth in that glute max. The big glute muscles or bottom muscles. And we've got 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, put that foot or that knee down and taking that foot for a quad stretch. Now stretching out the front of the hip. Doing well. Let's take that to the other side. Release that ankle. Bending the other knee. Point it up to the ceiling. Your toe is flexed to the floor. We just lift, exhale, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good work. Three more. Exhale. Inhale. And 2. 1 more to hold the heel lifted. We pulse it and pulse and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lower that knee. Let's take that quad stretch there. Breathing, relaxing into that stretch. And releasing that ankle. Let's just take a quick cobra stretch before we come onto our side. So elbows under your shoulders, palms down to the floor, drawing those shoulders down away from your ears. You might find this is enough, this is far enough, especially if your shoulders want to come up. Really just stay here and focus on drawing those shoulders down. Tummy drawn into your spine. You want to keep the abdominals engaged. If it's available, let's press up to straight arms, keeping those shoulders down the back. Tummy drawn in at the front of the body. Breathe. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Feel that ribcage expand. Inhale. And exhale. And lowering yourself to the floor. Well done. Coming onto your side. Resting your head on your forearms. On your forearm. Let's keep the underneath leg slightly bent and the top leg straight. Drop hand to your hip, and imagine I can slide a piece of paper under your waist so it's engaged, your waist is engaged. Just lift the toe up and we tap the toe down. Let's turn that toe slightly towards the floor so your whole leg on the top of the thigh at the hip is internally rotated. Really well. Good work. 4 more here. Relaxing your neck on your arm. It's quite common for people to think they're relaxed, but they're actually tensing through their neck and shoulders, and let it go. Got 2 more. 1 more tap. We're going to finish with that leg lifted, just back to neutral. Let's make a cycle action or a bicycle action with that leg. So bend the knee in towards the chest. We extend that heel forward, take that heel back, bend the knee, draw the knee into the chest. So just making that nice cyclic action. Done, guys. Might feel slightly uncoordinated on your side doing this, but it's a good challenge for the brain. You have the option to keep going forward like this, or let's reverse that. So knee into the chest, extend that heel back, toe comes forward, bend that knee in, and we extend back. For 4, and 3, and 2. Got 1 more. And relax that foot down. Good. Let's come onto our back. So rolling onto your back. Arms just resting by your side, feet and knees hip width apart. And just our tailbone tucks. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that pubic bone up to your belly button, lifting the tailbone so I can slide my hand just under my tailbone. But my lower back is still on the floor. Inhale. Lower that tailbone. Exhale. Tuck that tailbone. Inhale. Exhale. Really well. Nice work. Being mindful of what your knees are doing here as well. So you don't want to let your knees just knock together, keeping them in line with your hips and feet. Your feet and knees should be hip width apart. That's it. Two more. And 1 more. I'm going to take this up to a full bridge. So you start with that tailbone tuck and you keep feeling the spine 1 segment at a time up to about bra level. Inhale at the top, keeping those knees over your ankles and over your feet. And exhale, rolling down 1 segment of the spine at a time, hollowing out that tummy, placing that tailbone down. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tailbone, hollow out that tummy, peeling the spine. Bra level or shoulder blade level. Inhale. Exhale. Hollow out that tummy to place 1 segment down at a time. Tailbone last. We've got 2 more here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. We're going to hold the bridge lifted. Hold it there. And some little alternating heel dips. So we lift 1 heel and place it down. We lift the other heel and place it down. Keeping your feet on the floor and the pelvis isn't moving. It's nice and stable. It's just those heels lifting. Good work. 4 and 3 and 2 Last one, lower the heel, pulsing the hips up and lift for 4, 3, 2, last one, inhale, exhale, hollowing out that tummy to place 1 segment of your spine down at a time. Well done. From here, let's come up to sitting. So you've got the option to do a roll up, or otherwise just come up to sitting, it's fine. I'm going to do a roll up for those of you who want to give this a go. Arms over your head. Inhale, exhale, lead with the arms. 1 segment of your spine at a time, reaching over your toes. Let's take a nice little stretch here, drawing your chest forward towards your legs. Breathe into that stretch and release. Good. Bending those knees, feet and knees hip width apart. Taking the back of your knees for our little C curve, pelvic C curve here. Starting with a nice straight spine. Inhale, exhale, we tuck the tailbone under and we rock back. So you're following out your tummy here. It's not a flat back, so you're not making a V, it's a hollowed out tummy. You're making more of a U as much as possible. And then inhale, restack the spine. Try not to use the arms too much, that you have them there for assistance if you need. And the next progression, if it's available, is to release your knees and just reaching forward with your arms. And release. And forward. Release. 2 more here. And release. 1 more, we're going to hold it back, hold that C curve. And let's just alternate those leg extensions. And extend. Isn't available, stick with the C curve, holding the knees or not holding the knees, it's up to you. We've got 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, inhale, exhale, restack the spine, and just hug your knees into a ball. Doing really well. We're nearly there, but let's get on to the other side. So you have the option to either just roll onto your other side. So I keep facing you. I'm going to change ends of the mat. You might need to do the same to see me. Placing your head on your underneath forearm, top hand on your hip, you're lifting that spine. Sorry, that waist just slightly away from the floor so I could slide a piece of paper. You're not arching your spine sideways, but it's just engaged. Top leg straight. We just lift, turning the toe towards the floor so the whole leg is internally rotated from the hip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Relaxing your head down. No tension through the shoulders. Just breathing. Guys, let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold that foot up, bring it back to neutral. And we cycle that leg around. So bending the knee into the chest, you extend the heel forward, taking that straight leg back, bend that heel up towards your bottom, bend the knee into the chest, and extend that heel forward. So big circles with the top leg. Well, let's do 2 more this way. One more. And if it's available, we're going to reverse that circle. So toe comes forward, bend the knee into the chest, you extend the heel back, the knee extends, straight leg forward, bend the knee. Might feel a bit uncoordinated at first, but it's good for the brain to think backwards, challenges the coordination. Well done, guys. 3 more. And 1. And extend that leg down and relax. Beautiful work. From here, let's roll onto your back again. We're just going to take some time to breathe to finish the class and relax. Bit of relaxation. So rolling onto your back, letting your legs extend out long, arms just resting lightly by your side as if on eggshells. Feel the length down the back of the legs. Relax your feet and just let them fall however they naturally fall. Feeling the length down the back of your neck now. Almost as if you're trying to get the back of your neck in contact with the mat. Just lengthen. Relaxing through the shoulders. Shoulders nice and relaxed. Closing your eyes and just breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Letting all the air out of your lungs. Feel the lungs contract or expand. Inhale. And exhale. In your time. Inhale. Exhale. Keep breathing. Feel that rib cage. And releasing any tension with each breath. Keep breathing, guys. We've got 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lucky last. Inhale. And last, exhale. Well done, guys. In your own time, coming up to sitting. We are done. You've done really well. Thanks for joining me today. And I hope to see you next time as well. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to place them or type them into the message box on the side of your screen. And have a good day. Take care.